As one of the world's 5 countries most vulnerable to climate change, natural disasters in Vietnam have recently become intense and increasingly hard to predict. Nearly 70% of Vietnam's population lives in rural areas, and more than 40% of the workforce are involved in agriculture, making them prone to disastrous impacts in terms of labor, employment, and social protection.
As disasters destroy livelihoods and worsen households' economic conditions, children may find themselves with no choice but to give up school and to work for their and their families' survival.
A representative from the Ministry of Labor, Environment and Social Affairs reported Vietnam has in place a legal framework and strategies to prevent and minimize natural disasters and impacts of climate change, as well as policy to help children and their families in emergency situations. The country also provides support to disaster-stricken families to cope with consequences. Vietnam has 1.75 million child laborers, accounting for nearly 10% of the nation's child population, as reported by the 2012 National Survey on Child Labor, conducted by the Vietnamese government and the International Labour Organization. In May 2017, Prime Minister Nguyễn Xuân Phúc issued a national action plan to implement the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, which has a specific target aiming to end child labor in all its forms by 2025.